think we can all agree collectively that all my ninjas hate Sayu's mother. Really? Your daughter's gone for essentially months. And that's how you welcome her back in your household? I'm all for punishing your children if they do something stupid like that. But slapping? Okay, yeah. I definitely can't wait for next week, though. I'll say that. Anyways, hey guys, this is Cam for 15. Back at it with another Higehiro episode review for you guys. And man, what a very cool episode. What a very emotional episode, especially for the growth of Sayu. But that ending, man. Really? Did that really have to happen? Okay. Anyways, this is episode 11 of Higehiro, so let's get into this review. So Asami says her goodbyes to Sayu and Yoshida, and that's kind of where I'm guessing we're gonna see. That's the last time we see Asami for the time being. So yeah. Now on the plane, Sayu's brother actually brings the fact, like, I'm actually shocked that you actually just, wanted to come and stuff like that. And essentially, Yoshida is like, listen, the reason why I just came is because I was there for her the longest out of anybody she's been with up to this point. And I feel like it's just will be good for her mental state and for her own self till she can eventually stop relying on me and stuff like that. Sayu's brother's like, yeah, that's a nice answer. I respect that. I can definitely respect that. Although it's gonna be pretty difficult for my mother to buy or believe, which by the time we get to the end of the episode, I think we can understand what his mom's talking about and stuff like that. So they're essentially saying like, well, you better just hope my mom opens you up with open arms and stuff like that. So yeah. Now after landing, Sayu's brother has to go take care of business because he also has to get the reason why he was just gone from his company, which makes sense. You can't just up and leave without a reasoning. So in the meantime, Yoshida and Sayu kind of just go around. They go into this one cafe, and then Sayu looks off at the distance on these two girls who are friends, sitting on this bench. And then she's just telling Yoshida, she's telling Yoshida like, I always heard after I ran away, girls my age and stuff like that would typically like to hang out in cafes and stuff like that. So I wanted to try it now with you and stuff like that. Also, she does go on to mention a little bit saying that the reason why she didn't go like home right away after running away, is that her mom would have definitely been mad at her. Well, clearly her mom is still mad at her. I'm guessing maybe she wanted sympathy for her mom. I still believe that we know the whole backstory, the fact that Sayu's mom sees just their dad or her dad in her. And I think what Sayu just wants is she wants a mother that's caring for her, a mother that's there for her, one that's willing to open up push aside the whole aspect of, yeah, you may have been my freaking cheating husband's daughter, like really essentially his seed if we're being honest. But, you're still my daughter and I still love you. And I think Sayu just wants that love from her mom that, to be honest, she never really got in her entire life. And even by the end, you can see she definitely isn't giving her life. At that point, I'll explain when I get to that scene. So yeah, now, she says, now Yoshida asks a question like, are you scared to go home? And so he was like, yeah, but I'm gonna be ready for it. Now, before they get on the way home, they stop by Sayu's high school, her old high school, and she wants Yoshida to go with her. So they go under this gate and they get into the school because there's like this open gate, and essentially it's fun. They're making funny jokes about trespassing and stuff like that. But Sayu's like, well, what you did, other than you so-called trespassing, is worse. You literally kept a teenage girl in your house. And you're like, yeah. Now the whole thing in this scene was the fact that Sayu wants to get to the roof, and it's one of the fears she wants to conquer. Because if you remember that her friend Yuko died after essentially jumping off the building. So she gets on the roof and she starts to feel obviously a little traumatized, a little dizzy, a little sick, like anybody in a very traumatic state would feel in. You're seeing this. And she starts to get really emotional. And then eventually she gets to this gate. She eventually cuts like her hand because I think the gate was like all barbed wire. And she was like, why wasn't this gate here when she fell? And essentially Sayu's blaming herself, for Yuko dying. She's like, I probably should have never got involved in this whole fighting back issue and stuff like that. If that was the case, she probably would have never died and stuff like that. But that's when Yoshida comes and is like, you're wrong. It isn't your fault. What happened. And the reason why Sayu feels like that, she essentially feels the fact that, I should have probably never cared about her, because then that just put more stress on her mind and stuff like that. And the reason why she's also feeling like she feels guilty, the fact that Yuko cared about her and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm saying this all right. I watched the episode. I didn't get all what she said down in my notes, but it's kind of the whole speech where somebody who had a friend who killed themselves and stuff like that has that point where they blame themselves for the suicide happening. And Yoshida's telling Sayu like, hey, this isn't your fault for what happened with Yuko. What happened with Yuko, yes, was it bad? Was it traumatic? But it wasn't your fault. It was the bullying, the people who were bullying her, that pushed her over the edge to make her think that she's not wanted, that there's nobody that cares about her in this world. Even though Sayu was probably the one, more than likely one person, who opened up to her and was a good friend to her and actually did care about her and stuff like that. And sometimes, and this goes in real life elements too. Sometimes when you're dealing with suicide, sometimes people just feel useless to the point that even people that actually do care about them, who actually want the best for them, the people with those types of thoughts, feel in their heads like they don't care about me like everybody else. They're just putting on a face to make me feel good. Obviously, really, in reality, that's not the case. It's just already interior thinking behind somebody with suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. And Yoshida goes on to tell her, listen, what's happened. As bad as the past was, if you're going to be stuck on this one moment, blaming yourself here, you're never going to get over this, and you're never going to move forward with your life. You're just going to be stuck with the same thing here, and that can attribute to everybody, regardless what situation you're in. If you focus about something you did in the past that you were ashamed of and stuff like that, and you're just trying not to forget it, and you just live stuck on it, you're going to be going your entire life saying, I should have did this, I should have did that. Essentially like regrets. I guess you can say, yes, you have those regrets, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to move on, regardless of what those regrets you felt with and stuff like that. I liked the whole conversation. It was nice, a nice conversation, especially I did like the part where you have the wind blow into Sayu's hair, and then she says, I will see you again, Yuko. One day, obviously, if you believe in afterlife stuff with religion, obviously, hopefully, Sayu sees her friend Yuko yet again. So yeah, now, what happens next is after they get back, Sayu's brother she that she's obviously ready to go home. He even asks, like, "Are you ready to go home?" And Sayu's like, "Yes, I'm ready to go home." And as they get home, she opens up the door, and then then Sayu's brother's like, "Mother, we're back." Then obviously Sayu's mother comes in, and you would think in a typical show, with a runaway, child, the parent would embrace the child and hug the child and say, "Are you stupid? Why would you run away? Yada, yada, yada. Don't ever leave me again." But we don't get that. We see the mom legit slap Sayu, and obviously she just looks with utter disappointment, and Sayu looks shocked that it seems like her mom has not changed. And that's where the episode ends off, and next week I'm guessing we're gonna have a discussion with Sayu's mother and stuff like that. But yeah, talk about, again, Sayu's mom is a bitch. My goodness, you think after your kid ran away for months, you'd be crazy to miss her. It seems like, guess what? You never really cared about her running away if you're gonna slap her like that. Why? At this point, you might as well tell Yoshida and Sayu, pack your bags, go back home, and you know, you can keep Sayu. I don't want her. It's just... The mom better have a good... I'm just gonna say this. Sayu's mom better have a good reasoning behind wanting Sayu to come back home, because again, like I said, Yoshida might as well just take her back to his place and be like, you know what? You clearly don't like your daughter or embrace your daughter like a parent should. I'll just take her back because I actually am like a father to her. I'm actually like what a family member or a parent should act towards their kid. So next week is going to be very interesting, to say the least, to see what's going to happen with our girl Sayu and this discussion with her mother. It's going to be very interesting to see also how Sayu's mother talks to our boy Yoshida. Other than that, I thought it was a good, solid episode. The moments were very heartwarming and very sad, but I do like the fact that they're making her courage grow, and the fact that she's taking it one step at a time to overcome something. Like, I did like the fact that they took her back to the school as a way to be like, okay, this is one of the first obstacles I want to overcome, and that's going to the same area where I saw my friend just die, and stuff like that. So yeah, now I guess the next thing is overcoming her mother in our household and stuff like that. So we'll see where that's going on in next week. Anyways, if you guys liked the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of Higehiro, as well as hit that subscribe button to get more Higehiro content or any other anime reviews I upload to the channel. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day or night, or whenever you're checking out this video. Until then, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there, and peace.